Welcome to Ahavas Yisrael Daily. We're on Chapter 4, the prohibition and severity of hatred. And if, heaven forbid, there is aroused in him further hatred, aside from violating a positive commandment to love a fellow Jew, he also transgresses the positive commandment, "You shall not hate your brother in your heart." Rambam writes that we are commanded not to hate others. As the verse states, "You shall not hate your brother in your heart." This is specifically referring to the inner hatred of the heart. However, one who shows his hatred outwardly does not violate this specific command. He transgresses other sins. The Rambam concludes, hatred of the heart is a sin that is greater than them all. And there are those who think that the sin of hating a fellow Jew does not necessarily pertain to them, as they are generally kind-hearted and caring. However, the Mashgiach of the Yeshivas Panovich, Rav Yecheskel Levenstein, says that they are mistaken, because we do not truly understand what hatred includes. He says that if you are not infused with love for your fellow, and instead are only involved in thoughts of seeking to do kindness with your fellow, and that this is also borderline hatred. And if you speak gossip about a person without question, that is a sign that you do not love him. Because if you loved him, how could you speak that way? Thus, this is an indicator that we actually do hate, although we might not be aware of it. Furthermore, he says that Hashem himself says that a man is born evil from his birth, and therefore we do not work on ourselves. We are guilty until proven innocent. If one doesn't actively work on Ahavas Yisrael, he is undoubtedly lacking in this area. We're back on talk, which is among the most grievous of sins in the Torah. The Chafetz Chaim explains why hatred is such a grave sin. Whenever a person commits a sin, he brings upon himself the spirit of condemnation. There are 248 organs and 365 sinews in the body, and each one corresponds to its positive or prohibitive mitzvah. Our bodies are microcosms of the mitzvos, and in order to be spiritually healthy, one must fulfill the mitzvah. When one performs a mitzvah, he brings kedusha, holiness, to the specific corresponding limb, and the opposite is true as well. When a person commits a sin, he brings tumah, spiritual condemnation, upon the corresponding sinu. That is why Chazal say that when a person suffers a punishment, he should examine his deeds. A person's deed, aside from the spiritual effect on him, physically impact specific body parts as well. Based on this concept, the Chafetz Chaim continues certain mitzvos have a lesser impact on the body than others, since not all organs and sinews are equally significant, and therefore, while one mitzvah may affect only a person's finger, another mitzvah may affect the heart. We don't know exactly which mitzvah corresponds to which body part, but the Chafetz Chaim says that hatred is a disease of the heart, and the heart disease is life-threatening. Additionally, Rav Yecheskel Levenstein points out that hatred is the precise antithesis to Hashem's will and purpose in this world. Hashem created this world in order to bestow goodness upon his creations. As it says, Olam Chesed Yibaneh. The world is founded upon chesed. One who bears hatred and negativity towards others is doing the total opposite of Hashem's will. Furthermore, the way one forges a connection to Hashem is by emulating him. As the Sifri states, just as Hashem is merciful, you should be merciful. Just as Hashem is compassionate, you should be compassionate. This is why hatred is such an arduous sin. For one who hates is spiritually affecting his most vital organs, defying Hashem's intent for creation, and detaching himself from Hashem entirely. Thank you.